everyone, today's video is going to be a weekly £10 meal plan, so breakfast, lunch and dinner ideas for a whole week for £10. Originally when I planned to do this video I was going to pick up all of the ingredients and show how I make these meals, but in the end I just figured it would be easier just to chat through them, go through prices, etc. because I feel like I don't really work to a strict meal plan very well. I tend to make meals with stuff that I've already got in the house and bits and bobs like that, so I wouldn't want to go out of my way to buy these things just to show them to you guys when I can just show them to you without actually having them in person. So I like to live very cheaply. That's something that I chat about on my channel quite a lot. So I figured if I put together a little bit of a meal plan, it might help some of you guys out. I know that I did the living off £5 for 5 days video, so I guess this is like a little bit of a step up from that. It's very much just normal meals, unlike that video where it was very repetitive and kind of not foods that I would necessarily normally eat. This is just a regular week of food. I have worked out the spend by adding up the value of the ingredient, if that makes sense. So if I've only used 50 grams of a 100-gram product, I've halved the price, just to get an overall idea of how much you're spending just on the food that you're eating that week. So in total it came to £10.43, but if you did buy all of the ingredients and kind of added up the cost for everything, even if you only used part of it, it came to £16.52. So still pretty affordable, even if you're including everything together, and obviously if you do then you'll have leftovers for the following week. So I'm just going to chat you through my ideas. Apologies if you can hear the rain in the background. It has just been gross weather for the past week. I got rained on today, which is why I look like this, and I don't think there's going to be a time to film when it's not raining in the background, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm going to start by chatting through breakfast. So I think this is another reason why it wouldn't make sense for me to pick up all of the ingredients, because I haven't really been eating breakfast recently, but I know that for the general public it is something that people eat. It is a meal of the day, so I have included a breakfast option, and that is porridge with frozen blueberries, peanut butter and soy milk. So I've tried to make these meals fairly balanced nutrition wise. They are also all vegan because I'm vegan, so obviously I'm going to come up with vegan meal ideas. But for this I've used porridge oats, soy milk, the frozen blueberries and the peanut butter, the prices for which I will put on screen now. For all of the ingredients in this video I've used prices from the Asda website, apart from the peanut butter, which I've taken from Tesco, because for some reason when I looked on the Asda website they had no cheap peanut butter options, which I know isn't true because I've bought cheap peanut butter in Asda before. So I don't know what's going on there, but the peanut butter price I've taken from the Tesco website, because literally the cheapest one Asda had was like Whole Earth or like all the bougie brands, and I was not willing to put that in the budget. So everything's from Asda. Porridge overall is a really easy, healthy meal. It's obviously one of those things that keeps you full all day, and I feel like with the berries and the peanut butter it's a good mix of nutrition. You've got the healthy fats and the protein from the peanut butter, which helps you stay full for longer. It also just tastes really good. When I have porridge, that's like my combo that I have, so I rate it as a breakfast, and for ease I just had that for every day of the week. But obviously you could switch things up with other things that you already had in your house, but I just did porridge for the full 7 days for this meal plan. In terms of lunches and dinners, I do repeat a few of them throughout the week, just because obviously if you're buying ingredients it makes sense to reuse them for different meals. I personally have no issues with having the same meal more than once, so that's just kind of how I've done this. So for 4 of the lunch ideas across the 7 days I've put jacket potatoes with beans and salad. So for the salad I just picked my own personal favourites, which are spinach, peppers, cucumber and tomatoes. This meal is something I've been having for lunch all the time recently. I think last week I did literally have it 4 times, so I would have no issues following this meal plan. I feel like as we're coming into winter and the weather is gross, jacket potatoes are such a warm, filling meal. The beans obviously has the protein, you're getting carbs from the potato. You could also switch it up and have a sweet potato instead, and then you're obviously getting some nutrition from the salad as well. So overall, I think a really warming, filling lunch. For me personally, when I had this last week, I just cooked all of the potatoes at once because it costs money to use the oven all the time, and you might as well just cook them at once and then you can just reheat them. So that's how I did it. I know that jacket potatoes can take an absolute age to cook, so I cook them all at once and then I just microwave them when I need to use them. Add half a can of beans and the salad on the side as well. The second lunch idea I have to make up the other 3 meals of the week are chickpea tuna wraps. So I'm pretty sure I've got a recipe for this on my channel already, which I will link down below, but this is kind of a simplified version. So chickpea tuna is really easy to make. You can just mash up a can of chickpeas, add in some vegan mayo and serve it in a wrap with some salady bits. So For the salad stuff this week, I just got a bunch of stuff that could be spread out throughout the week. I didn't necessarily work out how much to use with each meal, so obviously it depends on your preference. So I would just put a bunch of salad ingredients in with the chickpea tuna and have that as a lunch idea as well one week. In terms of the vegan mayo, you can obviously buy vegan mayo in the supermarkets, but something that I've not included in this meal plan are like cupboard staples. So I've not included oils and seasonings, butters, things like that you will likely already have in. So that is something to bear in mind if you are planning on following it and you don't have those ingredients in. That will be an additional cost, but the vegan mayo that I use is one that I make myself, and the ingredients for that are literally soy milk, oil, a little bit of vinegar and some salt. So they are kind of all store cupboard ingredients apart from the milk, which I have included in the budget. So that's a really easy condiment to make, and obviously you can use that throughout the week on different things as well. If you want mayo on your salad, you can do that, or kind of thin it out and make a salad dressing with it. But that's what I've put for the other 3 lunches. Chickpea tuna is a really filling lunch idea. It's obviously got the protein from the chickpeas and the carbohydrates from the wrap and then the fat from the mayo, so a fairly balanced meal, and you're also getting kind of micronutrients from the salad as well. For dinner ideas, I have 3 different options. So the first one is a pasta dish, and I've put this in the meal plan 3 times this week. Obviously, if you're not the kind of person who likes eating the same food that often, you can definitely switch it up. But the first idea is just a quick, easy pasta dish with some garlic, olive oil and cherry tomatoes. Now, if you've watched my vlogs, you will have probably seen me make this exact dish hundreds of times. It was like my go-to dinner throughout the summer. I think I maybe had it like 5 times in a row one week. It's a great, easy staple. It literally takes as long as it takes to cook the pasta to make, so super quick. You just cook the garlic in the olive oil. I always add a little bit of chili flakes as well. Add the cherry tomatoes and just cook them down until they're soft, and then mix it with the pasta and a little bit of pasta water when the pasta's cooked. Really easy and really delicious as well. You can also add some other vegetables here as part of the budget. So if you have leftover spinach, you can cook it down as well, or have it on the side as like a little salad. Same with mushrooms, you could cook some of those to put in it as well. Overall, I feel like you just can't really go wrong with pasta. The next meal idea is sausage, mash and beans. So for this meal plan, I was trying to use up the same sort of ingredients throughout. Just there were fewer things that you had to pick up at the beginning. So obviously you would have had leftover potatoes from the jacket potatoes earlier in the week. Also beans, you can buy 4 cans of beans for £1, so that makes it a little bit cheaper. So you can just use an additional can of beans for this meal as well. And then the sausages are the only additional purchase here. So I've included the Richmond frozen sausages as my vegan sausage for this meal. Obviously, whatever your favourite works, but these ones work out pretty cheap just because it comes in a pack of 16. They're frozen, so you can just keep them in the freezer and grab them when you need them. So another really quick and easy dinner. The final dinner idea is vegetable fajitas. So again, using up the wraps you would have already purchased for the chickpea tuna wraps at lunchtime, and then just filling that with your favourite fajita fillings. So I like peppers, mushrooms and black beans for protein. Again, a super easy dinner. It's literally just a case of cooking stuff in a frying pan and adding it into a wrap. Having that with some salad or anything else that you like to have on the side. Again, can't really go wrong with some fajitas. So they are all the meals in this meal plan. Again, like I've already mentioned, it does kind of assume that you already have some things in. So oils, butters, fajita seasoning for the fajitas, and any other kind of seasonings to flavour the meals with. It's good to have that kind of collection in your cupboard so you don't have to pick them up every time you go to the supermarket. Other additional things that could be worth adding but aren't really necessary are things like cheese. You could have cheese on the jacket potatoes, cheesy pasta, cheesy fajitas. I mean, you could have cheese probably in any meal and it would make it better, whether that's vegan cheese or normal cheese. The same with things like salad dressings, if you like that on your salads, or syrup as part of the porridge breakfast. You could also have stuff like garlic bread with the pasta. One of my favourite things to make are garlic wraps. So if there are any leftover wraps from the packet at the beginning of the week, I will make a garlic butter with fresh garlic and butter or olive oil and just put that on the wrap and grill it for a few minutes, and that's like a perfect pasta side. So you can definitely make do with everything that's in this meal plan, but any additional extras that you already have in would be a bonus as well. But they are all of my meal suggestions for this meal plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know if you did and you'd want to see more like it. I can obviously do different meal ideas, different budgets, different supermarkets, so let me know any suggestions that you have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.